Ladies and gentlemen, if you value your life, I cannot think of a better way to take care of yourselves, ladies and gentlemen, well, gentlemen actually, than having a vasectomy.
Can I ask what you're up to today?
I'm up to mischief. I'm up to no good. Being naughty.
What are you doing?
I am disrupting the space. I want to disrupt the whole idea of life itself. The whole idea that life is so wonderful, it's so great, and it's such a gift when we give it to our children. Bullshit. Yeah, every Tom, Dick and Harry having children, more, and on the stupid game goes. So I'm here to disrupt all that.
Aside from enjoying it yourself and making people laugh on the street,
Right.
Is there a bigger goal
Freemason
here for you? Are you trying to change the order of things?
Am I trying to change the order of things? I need to think about that.
This is what I've done today.
Oh, okay. And
Yeah.
Can you tell me a little bit about what this drawing is?
Oh, I see. There's a whole bunch of these things. This is just one of them.
Yeah.
This specifically I was living in woods in North America, so I saw a lot of bats and owls, little creatures, and they became part of my kind of vocabulary of these woodland drawings that I was doing. And then they sort of metamorphosized into little kind of eldritch creatures, I suppose.
I think I wanted to do journalism.
So what is it that interests you in journalism?
Well, I don't really know anymore. That's what I'm kind of like figuring out at the moment. I'm trying to decide whether or not I actually want to do journalism or not. I think I was pretty political when I was around 14, 15, 16, and then when I hit like 17, 18, I just decided everything was bullshit, and yeah, really. So now I'm just confused, to sum it up.
Would you say you had a conventional upbringing?
Yeah, very. Yeah, very conventional. No, not very conventional. I had an Orthodox Jewish upbringing.
Are there elements of your upbringing, do you think, that's led you to feel opposed to everything you see around you?
Well, actually, yeah, because I was brought up basically with a kind of authoritarian style, religious upbringing, yeah, and it was just do what you're told. So the idea of just doing what you're told is a very uncomfortable one for me, and one that I expose.
Are you happy right now?
I'm happy, but I think I'm waiting for things in life. I would like something happens, I would like something to change. I don't have my friends, I changed my life completely, so, but it's okay. I'm think positive, but I think I'm waiting for something.
Is there one event in your life maybe that brought the most unhappiness?
I was performing in front of, how many people was it? It was probably like 600, 700 people, and it was like my first huge performance, and the mic didn't go on until the middle of the fucking song, and I'd been rehearsing it for so long, and I knew it better than the big band behind me, and yeah, the mic didn't go on for half of the song, and that was so fucking shit. I just ran off stage and I was furious and I was crying, and it was really diva moment, but like it was the first big performance I ever had, so obviously I was going to be super like gutted about it.
Hey! Oh, clap for Paul, everybody! Thank you so much, man. Dude, from start to... Paul, quick, before they notice.
I have recently, a little bit on the late side, given that my youngest child is 12, which reveals that I have more than one child, which is a problem in and of itself, but it didn't even stop there. So I've got 3. But long after I had them, I started to question what I'd done. And yeah.
And what was the conclusion?
I'd done something that was really ill thought through, and frankly I wasn't really up for the job. It is an absolutely insane, thoughtless, daft, self-damaging thing to do to procreate.
So what do your children think about this? Like, have you explained your view to your children?
I am explaining it to them because it's developing. If they got what I'm really saying, they'd go out and they would thank me. They'd come up and they'd thank me, put their hands around me and say, "Oh my God, Dad, that is so cool." Like none of my friends' parents said anything to them, and now they've got all these kids and they've got bills and they're really stressed and they're, and it's really, really hard for them. Their lives are really, really hard.
What makes you happy?
I remember being in the Himalayas. I remember waking up early one morning and the sounds of the jungle slowly awakening, all the little animals, and then the shift of temperature as the sun arose and everything kind of coming back to life again. I remember that. So that happens here as well sometimes.
Every day.
Well, yeah. But like the noises of the city, there's another kind of fundamental thing that's going on. But yeah. So I don't know. Yeah, I'm happy to be waking up in the morning, alive.
Can I ask what gives you anxiety?
One of the things which gives me anxiety is what they call like a foundational belief. It's not called foundational. It's like a core belief. A core belief which I think which is built in somehow to us, almost all of us, but it's irrelevant even if it's just me, right? Which is a built-in idea that I am just not good enough, and that is, and that the bar just keeps getting set. I'll never be good enough. I'll never even be close, because every time I do one thing, then there's a whole bunch of other things I should have done and should be doing, and all that.
What's the key to happiness? Well, you've got to be true to. But again, there's a moral dimension to this. So, in terms of being, let's say, a functioning, good human being, do you know what I mean? Then one should follow one's heart. That's what I've already kind of said. You know what I mean? Because otherwise you're sort of living in a kind of lie. There was a poet, Rainer Rilke, I think. What was important is that you followed through to be the most truthful, even if it leads you to kind of rack and ruin. You know what I mean? You have to kind of follow that. I'm sure, or maybe that was Kerouac. I can't remember, and he died hemorrhaging with his head down a toilet. So,
ladies and gentlemen, the situation is much more serious than you think. I'm afraid the situation is much more serious than you think it is already. For most of you, unfortunately, there is no hope. Especially you. No hope, I'm afraid. Just give up now, ladies and gentlemen. The situation is much worse than you think it is. Just give up. There is no hope for the majority, unfortunately. Like this guy here, unfortunately no hope. Sorry.